Hey guys, normally I don't just keep making videos continue. If I make, how do I word this? If I get to part 3 and I'm not really getting too much traction, I might stop the what if unless I like really like it. But I do have a subscriber. I can't pronounce his name or her name, and they were very adamant about me continuing this story. So simply put, what if Deku was a villain? Part 3. We last left off with Toga, Dabi, Shinzo, and Todoroki, all meeting in an alley. And before they could, after they're getting done with the brief discussion, they see a figure appear above them, but it's like they're all in like this back alley area. And then he throws down a disc. Everyone takes a battle stance of some proportion, but before anything else happens, voila, hologram pulls up. They see Deku, and then they see some dude with knives and shit. And the fight proceeds. Throwing hands commences. But let's pan in to Deku's POV. So you're the hero killer. As both of them are sizing one another up. Your quirk is very strong. Deku taking a stance almost reminiscing to Goku. This shall be fun. I've only been able to acquire some of these techniques quite recently. So Stain, why, let's get done with the foreplay and let's fight! Boom, boom. They both dash. Stain throws multiple knives. Deku weaves with almost nearly seeming effortlessly. God, dog. And then aims at Stain's gut. Aims at the gut. Stain weaves it, pulls out his blades. Aiming for Deku's head. Deku weaves. Kicks Stain. Stain backflips. Man. That was nice. You almost got me. Deku grabs the blade that was about to hit him in the head. You're gonna have to try better than that, sweetheart. And then, Stain. Seems like you're pretty good, kid. Alright. How about this? Try this move on for size. Stain throws 3 blades at Deku. Deku's like, oh, we're doing this again? And then instead of throwing, he picks the blade back up that he threw originally and then just dismisses all the blades. Stain walks up straight to Deku's face and he thinks he's about to get attacked. Stain throws up a sword. Deku looks at Stain, seeing what he does. Stain looks up. Deku looks, basically Stain looks up and try to make Deku look up. Deku's like, kicks him back into the building. Come on, you think I'm some rookie? He said, yeah, a little bit. Deku, wait, what? How did I get cut? It was a tiny, one of these like little tiny blades that were left right where Deku was. Basically, he got cut on his calf. He was like, but before he could realize, Stain was already behind him, eyes beating red. Looks like I won the fight, kid. The fight commences as Deku, basically Stain and Deku are literally trying to get that blade, keep the blade from one another. Stain's trying to get it, Deku's trying to keep it away from, so they're just fighting. Good hands, good hands, good hands, good hands, good hands, good hands, good hands. Beat, 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 beat. Beat, and then Stain does some weird maneuver. He does a handstand and starts kicking. If any of y'all have ever seen Rock Lee versus that one dude when Rock Lee did the drunken fist, it would be something reminiscent to that. Stain does like a breakdance move almost, hitting Deku in the face and also kicking him in the face with his spiked boots. And then Deku getting, impaled back, basically gets sent flying ever so slightly. Stain grabs the blade. Deku knows what's about to happen, so he jumps, but he basically flies up. He flies up really high in the air. And then Stain's like, that won't help you. And then he pow. And you can basically see all of this happening. So Deku's on top of a building knowing he's about to be paralyzed. And then he's paralyzed. Stain. That's that good blood, Buckaruno. Stain, as he basically walks up, he starts climbing up towards Deku. So what happened to all that big talk? This, and that. This, and that. I could do all this, blah, blah, blah. As he's towering over Deku. with the blade, Deku shivering in fear. And then, Stain, you lost, kid. You had some pretty good ideas, but that's all it was. I did. Stain falls over as Deku stands up. Oh, buddy. Do you really think I would be so amateur to actually let you cut me? As Deku, like, it almost looks like he's removing some of his, like, calf. It's like, bro, fake. Second of all, not real blood. And even if you did, as he starts, like, peeling off certain parts of his body, as I would have told you, even if you did cut me, I inject so many different types of toxics and poisons in my body to make sure no one, and Deku's towering over Stain now at this point, to make sure, and then it's like really menacing, to make sure no one either gets my DNA, or if they do, it's too toxic for them to control. Because I'm working on some real experiments, some things that are really shake you to your core. And I need people like you, people that have grip, people that aren't scared to kill. Oh, and by the way, you would have died the second we started the fight. Stain's like, what do you mean? Here, take this. He grabs it. Basically, it's an antidote. Stain begrudgingly gets up. Like, what do you mean I would have died? Deku points up. Stain looks up and he's like, wait, what? What is that? It's basically like this weird light ball of energy. At any moment, if anything didn't go to plan, let me show you how destructive it is. Everyone that is watching this, which it's being broadcast throughout, like the underground scene and like all the evil people almost. And the motherfuckers in the alley. And then basically destroy like a 2 to 3 mile radius type shit. And he's like, so, it's like, wait, how, what are you? He looks at him. I'm just an old school human. For now, at least. As it pans over to everyone else being in shock. By the way, Stain, you got some interesting philosophies. How about you share that with the class? Deku snaps his fingers, and then not all, but a good chunk of the newscast and stuff, so Stain starts talking about his beliefs. Or we can make it more to where Deku basically question his beliefs, and then he would use this audio and use this, this imagery or whatever. But he'll just, instead of giving up on Stain's identity, he would just have like a smile image. Like kind of how I'm doing the thumbnail, it's kind of like that. And we have a smile image. Just repeating everything that, Stain is saying. So this would still have the same effect that Stain had originally a lot earlier on. And then, this is where we would end the story, but I got a little more I could squeeze out. So now, with all of this being said and with all this being done, Deku basically says, come on, Stain, we got some recruits. And after some short, brief time, he basically tells everyone, come on in. And everyone meets up. So he's got like a good slew of, unique individuals here. And this is a good bit before the story actually takes place. So with these unique individuals coming through and breathing and shit, right? He's like, nice to meet you. Blah, blah, blah. I mean, he'd get all like the acquaintance out of the way. He's like, your training will begin momentarily. But I want y'all to all get outfits that would help you a little better. So I will need you to tell me your quirks and give me full details on all your capabilities. And also, if any of y'all, he's telling this like to the whole group, but he's talking to the main people, Shinzo, Todoroki, Dabi, and Toga. If any of y'all ever decide to leave me, there will be consequences. But this is not a threat nor a promise, just simple facts. I will have to take something of yours, but it won't be too drastic. But you are free to leave, and I will not harm not one hair on your head or anybody that you care for. But I will require something. One person bikes up. What do you require? Deku smiles sinisterly. Don't worry about that for now. If you never leave, you'll never have to worry about it. But enough of the fun play. Let's get into some of the serious stuff. And that's where we would leave this off. Catch y'all niggas later.